Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we'll be taking a look at semiconductors, Nvidia, AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, Micron, and Intel. Tesla will be coming out later today in a separate video. Now, right away starting off with Nvidia, very good price action. We are seeing not just anymore at the intraday level this bullish support or a bullish direction that we have been in, but we are also on the daily interval has today turned in the bullish full-on green structure. I'm just using my tools as well to just show you around, and we are all just fine on Nvidia back again. Now, what are the levels to watch going in tomorrow? Where would be the problems if they would come back again? And let's talk about all of that. But before that, I also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Now, as I just said, we are just full on in the bullish structure. Anyhow, any pullback, as long as on the daily interval, we still stay above $136.16, we are just fine. But for more precisions, let's go to the hourly interval as for the price action. So as I mentioned in the morning as well, we have just remained bullish. Let's see the tools here as well, and the structure is still in the green and we are still just bullish. Any pullback is just fine on this thing. I definitely want to give it a level. As for the near term, that is intraday or hourly interval, where would I consider that much more weakness is going to come, and that will be the level this 138 and 67 cents all the way to 139 and 70 cents almost. Any pullback until there technically is just fine on Nvidia, and we would be just fine. It's just going to be a pullback. If we lose this area for intraday purposes or daily level, on the hourly interval purposes, then definitely we are again in the weakness zone. So then it will again become a waiting game of, okay, let more pullback come, and then we'll be closely watching like a hawk on the daily interval. Is the weakness happening, which as I said will be 136 on the daily interval, though that bigger level of weakness. And as long as we are though above this trend line, we are fine. But just remember, since we are drifting away from the trend line, there's a possibility if pullback happens, things may, at least for a day after this gap up, after this run up, may try to slow down as well. But you have to take that as a pullback only, which means if you are doing day trading, if that sell-off starts to happen, you can look for a rebound at any one of these levels. But since it will be on the hourly interval still in the bullish structure, this pullback, this will be a pullback, all right? And a comeback would be just a continuation of an uptrend. There's a difference between rebound and an uptrend, and a pullback and a bearish sell-off, right? There are differences. So anyways, we are just fine. We are just bullish, and I think Nvidia can pull through. Again, coming up here where, you know, this previous supply zone is, don't forget the supply zone. I do expect things to react here quite a lot because this is quite a big supply zone. But hey, we'll have to trade with the structure, and so far structure is telling us that the direction is to the uptrend. Okay, so that's Nvidia. Let's get to AMD. So AMD also tried to continue higher up today and a little bit selling off again today. Are we out of the woods yet? Well, not fully yet, but it's still holding on the hourly interval, that bullish trend. Now, yes, we had a really good run up, and tomorrow also, as long as we stay above 121 and 85 cents and or this trend line, we are still in the bullish structure intraday already on AMD. So that remains our still the bias. Problem would only be on AMD if we lose intraday. If we lose this particular zone, like a very badly, then we are again in problem, and this problem will roll over onto the daily interval as well. And as for the 5 minutes interval, we had actually for a day trading, it was a really good trade for the day today. Yes, we did have some, you know, sideways action, but we were able to hold through bullish. Let's turn on the tools, and we were able to hold through the bullish structure, and then we had some cool off play as well. But anyways, that's that. How did Nvidia do on the 5 minutes interval? Very similar to AMD. First few minutes were a little bit of a problem, but eventually you can see that we came back up and turned bullish again. And there, I'm on the passive mode, just so you know, but this is where the weakness was, right up from this area. But we regained the cloud and turned bullish and remained bullish then for thereafter. So that's Nvidia, and on the active mode things will look different. So you can use the active mode on the tools for that. And if you need access to my tools, links in the description below. There's a discount also ongoing. Let's actually take a look at the active mode. I mean, I know, but I just want to show you as well, right? So yep, pretty good, neat price action. We got a good on the active mode, like where the sell-off was and where the continuation to the uptrend was, really nicely. Yeah, we got those moves today as well. And definitely cloud is there to give us the sentiment on the direction. All right, so, well, that's Nvidia and AMD. And let's take a look at SMCI. So SMCI holding through the through this, well, it's able to hold definitely that bottom area of the blue box. And more about it, I talked about it already in the morning. You can check out the details in that video as well. But we held that and we closed above that blue box up on the top that I mentioned. If we can still close above it, we are still fine. And SMCI just did that. So let's go to the hourly interval. So SMCI was able to hold above that very blue box after doing a pullback, and I talked about, okay, take it as a pullback if we can get above it. And you can see, yes, we came back down there, but this time we found a rebound. And now you should be looking at SMCI for an uptrend as long as we are above the blue box. This one at $32, SMCI, yes, can continue higher as long as the structure holds and we stay above the blue box. It's again just a continuation. ARM just fine, just remaining bullish, and it's just bullish. It's pure bullish. And let's go to the hourly interval, and we are still holding that trend line overall, and so things are just fine on this thing. We are still holding the trend line. Now this becomes a support level, this significant level here, 152 and 44 cents. As long as we are above it, we are just bullish. Pullbacks are a buy. Remember, as long as we are above it. Broadcom is also just fine. Now remember, well, Netflix earnings happened today, but that's something a video will be coming out later for the members. But for the Broadcom side, yeah, we are still bullish, guys. It's been looking good. Let's go to the hourly interval though. In this ongoing trend, that where this trend line I provided you, we are still in that direction, still bullish. So yeah, all good on Broadcom. Where will be the weakness? Well, sure, if we lose that trend line, some weakness would be there, right? So there's a level also, actually 239 and 41 cents, but that will be only a lower time weakness, lower time frame weakness. Overall structure, I do expect that blue box down there is still just a good support on the overall structure. Micron is just staying bullish. It's right now outperforming Nvidia, AMD, all those good big cap ones, right? And yes, structure is bullish, guys. Use any of the levels below as just a support right now. And on the hourly interval, and let's take a look at that. And yeah, pullbacks are still a buy technically, as long as we are even above 106 and 48 cents. I want to just take a look at when I know Nvidia's earnings are very much at the end. We'll get to the Intel as well in just a second. AMD earnings are still in quite a while. SMCI is also in quite some time. So is ARM. So is Broadcom. All right. Micron is also in some time, quite some time. Yeah. All right. Intel. So Intel, as I have been talking about it, that it turned the structure bullish right up over here. Though we have a red candle today, but it's still in the bullish structure. Okay. As for the overall structure, let's take a look at the hourly interval for the near term. What are the levels to watch? So if we lose 21 and 65 cents, that's a near term weakness, but that's a good area to find a rebound as well, because technically right now we are still holding higher structure. And definitely as we go above 22 and 12 cents, that's just a breakout and a continuation to the uptrend. So that's that. My tools marks all these levels automatically for you if you need access, as I said, and all other tools, links in the description of this video. And that's all for this one, guys, and I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.